all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands.
All right, folks, back here on the Bossman Show, a new coach of ETSU Buccaneers out of the Southern Conference, Coach Shay on the Bossman Show. Coach Shay, man, how's it feel, man? You've been on the job almost 8 days here as the head man. How's it feel?
Well, thanks for having me. It's exciting, but I'm trying to get out of this spin cycle that I've been in. It's a whirlwind, just hit the ground running and, trying to reconnect with our players and hire staff, but humbled and blessed and grateful to be given this opportunity with a program that has high expectations.
Most definitely, Coach. It has said a lot about you that the administration and University decided to tap you as the head man because, you was Coach Ford's right-hand man. You've been here all those years with Coach Ford, when he was in JUCO coaching and Tennessee as well. So the fact that, he moves on to a better position and now you're here to keep the train rolling, man, it's make you feel really good. They thought, hey, Coach Shay can keep this train rolling the way it's been going the last 5 years here.
Yeah, I think, I'm going to provide some stability and some continuity in this uncertain time that we're in. I've had my fingerprints all over the program. I gave a lot of suggestions to Coach Forbes. He allowed me to do a lot of things and do what I do best. Now I get to make those decisions. And so, looking forward to that and continuing our success.
Most definitely, in continuity, doing this, unstable times. You just really don't know how things are going to change from day to day. Because I can say this to you. I interviewed Coach Forbes on March 12th, right? And I was in Nashville. It's SEC tournament. Now that morning we talked. We thought we was gonna have some basketball in Nashville. Then I get to the arena, it's all canceled. So just think, just from 2 months ago talking to Coach Forbes to now, how much things are changing in the world. And now for you being the head coach there at TSU now, just trying to keep these young men stable now because they need somebody who they know and trust, not somebody new from outside that they don't know and will not be able to having to Zoom, FaceTime, and all those different things we're doing now to communicate. Has to be good knowing they have somebody they know and trust that can help them through this tough time here.
Yeah. And and that's what I've tried to, in my press conference, I made the analogy, Coach Forbes and I went to the same culinary school. So we're good chefs, and the dish is going to look the same, but mine's going to taste a little different with the spices that I put in it because, I'm not Coach Forbes. I'm Jason Shay. We're going to do things a little differently, but for the most part, the standards, the expectations, the core values, they're going to be the same moving forward. So there's not much of a transition and learning curve that our guys will have to do in a time that there's so much, uncertainty when we're going to come back, when we're going to be allowed to be on campus, what that's going to look like. Are we going to go to class or is it still going to be online? And then all the guidelines that your state governors are putting on you, or the NCAA, or your conference, or your university president. There's a lot of factors, and to have some continuity just is going to help moving forward.
Now, for you, Coach, how did you prepare yourself? I know you mentioned Coach Forbes gave you responsibilities as associate head coach here, his right-hand man. So how did you prepare all these years to become a head coach? Because God knows when I was a co-host before I became the main show host, I was thinking in my head how I would do things. So how did you prepare yourself to for the opportunity when it presented itself to be the head coach now, be a head coach anywhere? How did you prepare yourself?
Well, I think the first thing was, even when I was with Coach Pearl I was with Coach Pearl for 10 years. I was with him at UW-Milwaukee, then Tennessee, and then Steve came on staff. And I just tried to do the best job that I could do where my feet were and in the responsibilities that were given to me. And I tried to become elite. And, I'm a good tactician or strategist, became a good X's and O guy. Both Coach Pearl, Coach Forbes, even Brian Jones, when I went up to North Dakota for 2 years, they entrusted me a lot in helping them during game with in-game adjustments, helping with play calls or helping with defensive adjustments. And then from there, I just tried to learn from them. What have they done? What has worked in the past with them that I would like to implement, or what I would change from what they have done to make it better, and just making mental notes. But first I tried to, take my role serious and be a star in my role, to get to this position.
Most definitely. And another thing, being under those coaches, Coach Brian Jones, Steve Forbes, Bruce Pearl, is you learn how to build a program and sustain a program. So I feel like ETSU made a great choice in you because you've been around three men who know how to build and sustain a program from top to bottom over many years.
Yeah, and Coach Pearl and Coach Forbes, they're both big personalities. It's not necessarily me, but I do think they did a great job of connecting with the fans everywhere they've been, and that's important to have that connection, to create that pride within your community, within your fan base, because it can be a huge advantage when you're at home. And then when you travel, you can just make people in awe of what you have. And so just getting out there and reconnecting and with our fan base and trying to be in front of them as much as possible, that's important. That's a big part of being a successful program. When I was with Coach Pearl, our attendance numbers through the roof at UW Milwaukee. We were ranked 4th in attendance 5 of the 6 years at Tennessee in the nation. And then here at ETSU, Coach Forbes, we've led the league in attendance every year. So, I think that's all important.
Yeah, you guys have a great home court advantage up there, man. I know Mercer came up there and got you, I think, this year, but really you all don't lose at home at all, So, I mean, talk about for our people who might not have heard about your program and how you guys play up there in Johnson City. Talk about the environment of home games on ETSU game days.
Well, they're awesome. Our arena seats 6,200. And we average a little over 5,000. We've had a dozen sellouts in the 5 years we've been here. It's big time. They're passionate about the Bucks, and they show up in droves. Our conference tournament is in Asheville, and we call that Freedom Hall South. Freedom Hall is where we play here in Johnson City, and we'll have 5,000 or 6,000 in another arena that only seats about 6,500, and sell that out during the conference tournament. But philosophy-wise, we're going to continue to play the game the right way with discipline and tough, physical, hard-nosed defense. We're going to attack offensively and put the defense on their heels. We're going to move the ball, share it. You're going to have that first to the floor mentality, give great effort, because I think if you have to teach effort, then it's hard to win. So that's what we're going to continue to look like. Those are going to be the staples of our program and what we've done. And that's the way, I've learned under the coaches that I have coached under.
Now, Coach Shay, a lot of people don't realize this, but ETSU was the winningest school in the state the last 5 years in Tennessee. A lot of people might not realize that, but that's how much winning you guys have done over the last 5 years up there.
Yeah, we won 130 games in 5 years, so that's 26 wins a year. And that's pretty good sustainability right there. And, we have started to build a national brand. People, they recognize the ETSU. I was talking to guys that were from our first team, and before we got here, they would go home to wherever they were from, and people would ask them, ETSU, what's that? And they tell them East Tennessee State, and they said, is that Division I? And then, and then the change, and now people see him, ETSU, East Tennessee State, right? And he's like, yeah, you guys are nice. So, we're building that national brand and have some recognition, and that's it's awesome to see and be a part of.
And, Coach, just for the listeners down here who may not know about it, I'll try to tell them that your imprint in ETSU is pretty much, you have a good radius to go. You can go south to Atlanta, north up to Cincinnati, or Indianapolis, Louisville, east to Charlotte there, west. If you want to go far across the day to Memphis, even down to Birmingham. Like, you're located where you can get to a lot of places within a 5-6 hour drive. If you save it, because the 80s love to save on the budget and, save those plane miles there. So, where you locate, you can drive pretty quickly and see the different players on their given night when you're not playing a game. So talk about your recruiting imprint and how you're going to attack recruiting and attack the regional area around you guys to bring in quality talent to keep this train going you guys have up there at ETSU.
Sure. We're going to continue to cast a national net, but the Southeast is important. I think kids growing up, and I know myself, they enjoy playing in front of family and friends, and they love to, there's some pride to play close to home so that they can come see them. And so we're going to continue to do that. We're going to use every resource possible. We've always recruited and had a blueprint of we're going to recruit the best players that we can get, and that could be high school, that could be junior college, that could be transfers, it could be grad transfers. We're going to piece together a team with the best possible players. And we've been able to do that in the past. And that's going to look like we're going to be versatile. We're going to be able, we can have a lot of different combinations out there. We can play traditional, big. We can play 4 guards and and a big, or we can play small and have 5 guards out there. We did that this past year. We're going to be long. We're going to be athletic. We're going to be deep. I think our success has been predicated a lot on our depth. We don't fall off. We have starters sitting on the bench, but that also builds competition in practice. And sometimes our practices are more competitive than the games because guys are fighting for minutes and their spot, and that's how you develop when you are constantly on edge and have to bring your A game. And lastly, we've always had experience, and those things help in March to make deep runs in the NCAA tournament.
Most definitely, especially when you and I are in a one bid league as well. The SoCon is those quality basketball in the league. 7 of 10 schools this year was 500 or better, but it's always been unfortunately been a one bid league. It's unfortunate, but people sleep on the conference because Chattanooga's gotten better, Mercer's getting better, of course. You got UNC, Greensboro up there as well. You got all these. Furman's always good with Bob Ritchie, so you always got this competition from SoCon from top to bottom. So about the league has actually gotten better from the bottom teams have gotten much better as well. And what you expect going forward, the league, all the tough coaches and tough teams coming up in this next year here.
Well, it starts with our leadership, and Jim Schaus just became our commissioner, and he's got a vision, and he's helping. We are on the verge of being a multi-bid league, Greensboro was on the verge last year, Furman and ourselves were. And then this year, if we didn't win the conference tournament, I think we would have had a great chance to be in a large bid, being a team that would have been, 29-5 at the time. We ended up 30-4 because we did win it all, but we've got great coaches, and they challenge you each and every night to think and then communicate with your players on a game plan, but you don't want to over clutter their mind with so much stuff because the coaches are good and they're going to challenge you. So you want your guys to play freely, but they're going to be put in some bad positions, and you got to just trust that you've taught them well and your principles are good, and you can cover most of this stuff, and they may get you, and you just got to tip your hat to them and say congratulations and go on to the next play. But our league is super strong, especially when you look at the wins that our conference has had against the Power 5 teams. We went out there and had some huge wins. We went on the road this past year and beat LSU on the road by double digits, and we played Kansas. We were down 5 with 6 minutes to go. So we gave ourselves a chance, and our league is just continuing to get better and better each year.
And that's one guy for you, Coach, non-conference scheduling wise. I know you have to play some guaranteed games, raise money for the university, but beyond those games, how you see yourself going about scheduling for your team this year? Will it be a tough schedule, challenge your guys for conference play, of course, or play a non-zip tournament as well, and or you just try to take some guys home as well, get guys close back to home, see if they can see their family, see them play one time in their Bucks, Navy and gold there.
Yeah, we're going to schedule tough as always. We want to challenge ourselves. I think doing that in the preseason allows you get you prepared for a tough conference season. And so we're always going to schedule with that mindset that we want to be challenged, but we also think we can go and win those games. And, if we have the opportunity to take one of our players back closer to home so that they can have a bunch of people come and represent them from where their hometown or their family, you always want to do that because I think that's something special and something those kids, look forward to. And it's just a nice gesture. But, yeah, scheduling is always difficult when you're one of the better mid-major teams in the country. It's hard to schedule. We've always it's taken us a long time, the last several years, to finish our schedule. but we work through that every day. It's almost like recruiting, and try to get our schedule done as fast as possible. But it is a challenge.
Yes, and there with Coach Shay. Thank you for your time today. Congrats on the new gig. I hope to talk to you again down the road. More opportunity to talk to you as well as your teams going on the road here and play and get these things done for you. Your Bucks, man. Good luck to you. I know you do a great job up there, man.
Well, I appreciate you. Anytime. I'd love to be on there and talk some basketball, talk hoops, talk whatever. But enjoyed your time, and hopefully we can do it in the near future. And go Bucks.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Coach. Have a good one. Be safe, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.